All right. So we're going to talk about luxury. Who here is part of eXp Luxury now? All right. Oh, that's a good crowd. Who wants to be? All right. So we're going to learn a little bit about eXp Luxury today. I'll come back tomorrow and talk a little bit more about you guys. But we're going to talk about luxury today. And I'm going to be joined by two people that know luxury. So welcome to the stage, Jana Caudill and Pete Middleton. And can I get my clicker, please? Can I get my clicker? Thank you. Hey, guys. All right, we're going to have a conversation here. This is awesome. So, you guys know a little bit about luxury. So there's QR codes and there's everything up there so that you guys can know about these two incredible people. So we've known each other a long time. So I used to be in the field selling real estate. So for those of you that don't know that, it's my 20th year in the industry. And I started as a luxury agent, and my first sale was $6.8 million in 2004. And it was the penthouse of the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami. And now the last transaction on that was $22.5 million, so I should have stayed. But this is a great luxury conversation, and so here we're going to go. We're going to jump in. But introduce yourselves, please, for those that don't know you. Jana, we'll start with you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jana Caudill. I am a very proud eXp luxury agent in 2 states. So I have a real estate team in Northwest Indiana where I started my career, and now I'm in Naples, Florida, where I have a team there as well. So I am also one of your Luxury Advisory Council members, and we help build this division and continue to bring value to it so that all of us can sell more luxury homes, and we're super proud of it.
Pete?
I'm Pete Middleton. I'm the chairman of the Luxury Advisory Council, and I'm out of La Jolla, California, and Nashville, Tennessee. I have 2 teams going, all in luxury, and we love luxury, so that's why Jana and I are up here to get you guys involved in luxury.
All right, so let's jump into it. Let's talk a little bit about it. So we are actually a global company, as some of you might know. Almost 90,000 agents across 24 countries. That usually gets applause. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one here. So it is something where with eXp Luxury, we are now expanding globally. We have already expanded into all the English language speaking countries, and we will be expanding to all 24 countries in the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. And what is the importance of having luxury across the world?
I think it's really important for your clients, first and foremost. They want to have exposure, and everybody's on the internet, you guys. There's buyers right now in luxury coming from everywhere. And there's even people buying luxury homes without even seeing them. They're seeing it online. So it's really, really powerful stuff, and it really expands our reach throughout the world. Not many luxury companies have the reach that eXp Luxury has.
You know, and this is an important distinction here because we both came from other brands where it was more of a brokerage model. And the only way that you can actually get any sort of international relationship is if you had a relationship with that franchise owner in that other country. The greatest distinction for us is that we're one company around the world. So when you say to your seller that you can have their product in 24 countries around the world, no one else can actually say that because we're one brand across 24 countries. So Jana, speak to that because that's an important distinction.
Well, and I think also it's the referral source of, just easily being able to get online and quickly be able to, find that referral back and forth. And that's one of the beauties of our division.
That's right. So we're talking about production, right? We always want to talk about what we can do. So I always said that it was easier dealing with a luxury buyer than a first-time home buyer because usually at a luxury buyer, it's not their first property. It's their secondary, tertiary property or even more so. So talk about how luxury has helped your production personally. Jana, we'll start with you.
Well, Northwest Indiana, luxury there is around $750,000. Naples, Florida, it's, $5 million and above. So what I love is that it's been able to, regardless of the price point, just give me that confidence to go out and to be able to compete with the best of the best. So that's raised my price point, which in return has raised my commissions.
Yeah, I think this is an important slide because if you're really trying to get to the next level and supercharge your business, you guys, you have to be part of this. Michael and I were at an event in New York recently, last week, and a young agent came up to us. He had just joined eXp from a competitive brokerage. He had been in the business only 13 months. He joined eXp Luxury right away. He beat out 4 other luxury competitors and was able to land his first $6 million listing. So, and that's 13 months in, you guys.
That's what we're seeing. We're hearing a lot of success stories from the division because maybe they were afraid, you know, and so we've given confidence. They have our tools, our platform, our systems, our marketing that we're about to go over, and it just gives everyone confidence to be able to go in and compete with the very best of the best. And real quick, you know, the advisory council, we came from all these different backgrounds, from the Keller Williams of the world, from Sotheby's, Compasses. I mean, so we have accumulated the very best because we wanted to be able to walk in any room in any part of the country or in 24 countries and be able to compete and win.
You know, what's also interesting is that there's not a lot of people that, you know, are putting eXp and luxury together. Now, eXp Luxury is one of the top brands in this space. And let me tell you something. Our goal is to have it be the top luxury brand in the industry, period.
Yes.
And that is what we're building. And so every single month, we are now promoting all of our top sales every single month. And so last month, I believe we had 5 sales that were over $15 million. And most months, we have sales over $20 million. So you have to really get acquainted with what we're doing with this division, and it's extraordinary.
We got tired of hearing that eXp wasn't luxury, and we're like, oh, yes, we are, and we're going to show you. So.
And there it is. And so now this singular focus in this space is what really is our differentiator in the marketplace. And by the way, Pete, isn't that your car?
I wish.
So let's talk about the luxury listings, that space. The deliverables are a little bit different when you're dealing with a luxury buyer. Let's talk to that a little bit.
Well, I mean, we've put together a value proposition that is just unbelievable, and you're going to see just the tools and the systems that we have. It's like a luxury in a box. It's super simple. You plug into it, and I can tell you, I counted up, and I'm still counting because we keep adding more and more vendors into our program where we get discounted rates. Some of these people, you know, I had a luxury presence website before, but I didn't save the money by being a part of the division. So I counted up, I saved $40,000 just in 3 vendors alone because of what the division offers. That's a big savings to an agent.
That's absolutely true. And you know what's incredible is that we are beating out, I never mention our competition, but things that start with an S or a C, it's like we're beating them out every single day. But how is it important to you, Pete?
It's important to me because I think you need that type of collateral when you go in. When you are going and competing against other companies, everybody says, what are you going to do for me? What different type of marketing are you going to do? If you can articulate what we're doing and how we're syndicating to 90 luxury publications, and you can see it in real time where their listing is in these publications, and each week you're getting the analytics of those listings, how many impressions, how many people visit it. It's very, very, very powerful.
It also helps with price reductions, too, because that seller gets that report and sees how many views. And if you can go to the next slide,
I know, I was going to say he jumped ahead, but that's okay. It's
Get
all right.
excited.
It's all right. It's all good.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, this is
let's
the
talk about the presentation. So,
yeah.
you know, so for those of you that are not a part of the program, it is a different division. It has a different cost associated to it, which we'll talk about in a second, but that's because of the deliverables are also different. What you get with this program is very different. The idea of these presentations, these are luxury presentations for the luxury buyer. That's important to them, and it's a language that we need to sort of speak. So if you're looking at, in Jana's market, anything over $5 million and what we're doing with sales of $10, $15, and $20 million under an eXp luxury brand, the deliverables have to be different. So this is some of the stuff that you guys were talking about. So let's talk to where these goes, the different distribution that we have within eXp Luxury. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it goes into, you know, as you can see, the Wall Street Journal, Mansion Global, DuPont Registry, New York Times, Joea, over in China. It goes over into the International Herald Tribune over in Europe. And, you know, you guys, this is super, super powerful. If you had to put a luxury home in all these publications, it would cost you 50 to 100 grand. Easy. Easy. And this is all part of our program. These are the deliverables I was using prior to the program being created. And we felt a need. eXp, the management listened, and they said, yeah, let's do this. Because luxury is going to keep growing. Luxury is one of the big industries that values service, you guys. And it's not going anywhere. But this is a no-brainer. No-brainer.
The sellers want exposure, and this is maximum exposure. And then they get a report, and they'll get to see how many views. So this helps you with those price reductions as well, so that you get it sold.
And it's also really important to see their properties translated in different languages around the world. So when we're talking about this, you know, Pete, it's actually July. So when you're actually...
I'm from Boston. I can barely speak English.
So July is the largest Asian portal for property, and especially luxury property. And so when you have your eXp luxury listing in a different language, right, that's really, really important when you see that, because all of a sudden now it's truly a global exposure for your clients. You want me to go back to the listing presentation?
Yeah, real quick, because the listing presentation is super important here. So it's plug and chug. It's easy. You download one photo of the front of the house. It immediately, you know, it can go electronically, or you can actually print it out. I print it out in nice binders, and we have the beautiful luxury boxes with your logo and whatnot on it. So we send those to expireds as well. So this can help you land listings as well as just show up and wow them. And I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Recently, even for agent attraction, I can show an agent that is thinking about joining us. I showed her this presentation, and she was like, wow. She had already heard everything else, but like this is what put her over the edge, because she was afraid that she might lose a $1.2 million listing because we didn't have the tools. And then I showed her the eXp Luxury Agent Attraction presentation, and she was like, okay, I'm in. So this can help you with your attraction efforts as well.
And the beauty of that, too, you guys, when you have a picture of the house, let's say you can't get by the house, but you go on Google and you can download a picture, right? You plug it into the easy presentation builder. It takes around a minute, not even. And it'll syndicate on all of the pages showing where it's going to be advertised. So that person's house will be seen in real time on every page. It's super powerful.
And you'll see that the marketing is very, very different, right? We use the black and gold colors. We use things that were a little bit different, that had a different aesthetic to a global clientele. And so let's make sure that we've got this, speaking of which. So this is where you have the design center. So Jana, you're sort of like the marketing queen. Talk a little bit about this.
I mean, again, you know, I always kind of had that higher end luxury look and feel and high standards of marketing, but this is just simple. My team can just tap into the design center. We're constantly adding to this. So if you're a member now, please go back in like every week, because we keep adding more and more. And so that's exciting. I mean, even for us, we're like, oh my gosh, that's, you know. And here's another thing. You can have team members. So if you have a real estate team, you can have team members join the luxury division at a discounted rate. I literally have 4 on my Indiana team that are division members and 4 on my Naples team that are division members, so that it's not just me giving to them. I mean, they're raising their game and leveling up as well, and they're involved in all of this. So they can plug and chug. There's social media. If some of you have seen some of the luxury floating around, I mean, we're super proud of how this design center is coming up, and you're able to tap in and grow your business.
I mean, you can even see how the house signs are a little bit different as well, right? So how your consumer, your seller, will see how their property will look at. And so this is all really important to see the distinction in this space as we were focusing here.
The collaboration, yeah. So we have 4 masterminds every single Wednesday of the month. The very first one is for any division member who wants to just learn about the division and the tools that we keep adding. The second one is truly like where the agents that are division members get on and learn. One of our speakers alone taught on how to list 100 luxury properties in a year's time. Can you imagine? I mean, I think his average price point's $2 million. So that's $200 million in a year. So that is the level of expertise that our members are collaborating on and teaching. And then we also have one during the month that is a vendor spotlight. We have fabulous vendors that we've all worked really hard bringing to the table. We're actually working on a jet one as well. So that'll be fun. You and your clients can experience maybe some jet points and some value propositions there. But so, yeah, this is just one of the things. Great collaboration, networking, and that this is where you get those referrals too. And a luxury division member is going to refer to another luxury division member.
One thing that I also want to point out, there is a barrier to entry to join eXp Luxury. So you have to have sold 3 homes over $1 million in a 24-month period, or 3 times your average sales price of your local MLS. However, we do have a certification program where you can go through certification and then qualify for entry into eXp Luxury. Pete, do you want to talk about certification?
Yeah, the certification is all online, you guys, and it's really easy to do. I know a lot of people, they look at it, they get a little overwhelmed, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to learn about luxury? It goes over everything. It's around 5 hours long, and it starts you from beginning to end on how to do luxury so that you do have a comfort level, and then you'll understand how to utilize all the collateral, all the tools that we have.
And then we also have a mentorship program within luxury. So if you guys are not comfortable in that space yet, you can actually be teamed up with an eXp Luxury member, and they can serve as your mentor for the first 3 sales, I believe it is, and then be able to then have that confidence level to really step into this price point. So we've thought about every barrier to entree into here. Okay. So talk about what you get. Take a snapshot of this, guys. This is what the full program is offering at the moment. And to Jana's point, there is a lot of things that we're adding to it almost daily.
I mean, this is just an overview from the campaigns to the branding to the partnerships and then to the education. And it's continuing, guys. It's not like we just did this and then we're off. I mean, every single Thursday, this advisory council meets, and we were, I hate to say hell-bent, but we were on a mission to get this out there to everyone, and we're super proud of it. And I mean, keep in mind, every single person on this council is an agent. We're active agents in the marketplace, and we want to continue to level up for this entire company.
Actually, I want to go off script for a second. How did you each get into luxury?
I got into luxury because I got in my car in Brockton, Massachusetts, and I drove to San Diego. That's how I got into luxury.
You need to expand.
Huh?
You need to expand.
To expand. So I knew that I wanted to be in a luxury environment, so I moved to La Jolla, California. At the time, I thought it was called La Jolla because I couldn't pronounce it. And, you know, I just broke into luxury there. I did as many luxury open houses as I could. I made as many networking connections as I could. I befriended all the agents. I did whatever I could to get into the luxury spotlight. You know, wore suits every day, the whole deal. You have to be in character. And it worked out really well. I mean, the average price there right now is $3.9 million. We have a new listing coming on for $30 million. So, you know, it's the real deal. You have to get in that mindset and will it. Whatever you want to will to happen will happen. But you have to will it to happen, especially in luxury.
Jana?
Well, for me, it was, well, first of all, I like nice, big things. So, you know. I like big diamonds. I like big houses. Really.
So Jana said before we got on stage, damn it, I forgot to wear my good jewelry.
I said, I forgot my jewelry. And he said, well, you're not luxury. And I showed him my ring. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, like, I'm from small town USA, guys. I'm born and raised Indiana girl, Holstein Dairy Farm. And it's a mindset. It's a service. It's not about a price point. It's just about giving super high service and that level of expertise. So I always wanted to represent, you know, anyone, but like you said earlier, sometimes it's easier to represent someone that has a nice big home. But I got in with builders and developers, and I decided instead of listing one house, I wanted to list a whole bunch of them. So I listed all the lots in a golf course community, but then I was responsible. You have to bring value, right? If you want to make more money, you have to have more impact and bring more value. And so I was responsible for bringing those high-end builders into that subdivision so that we could sell it. Well, then I got the listings, and then I got high-end buyers. So it just evolved for me. But again, it's just about thinking big and having the confidence to do it.
I love that because it truly is just about mindset. We want to demystify eXp luxury for you guys and invite you to add this to your production. But go ahead, Pete. You want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something real fast. So, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. When I started off in real estate, and I'll level with you guys, my first sale was $56,000. Now I'm selling houses for $10 million. So what does it take, right? We had to grind it out. We had to break in. We didn't have the support of great leaders like Michael and Glenn and Gene and Brent and everybody else. We had to really make our way in luxury. And now, this is going to fast track you guys. This is 30 years of each of our luxury experiences in an easy-to-do box. It's really easy. So I would jump on this.
So as we were saying, with all those deliverables, I think Jana said it would cost you tens of thousands of dollars to do that. So the fee to enter eXp Luxury, if you're a single agent, is $2,500. And then if you are a team leader, there's a team membership, and that's $995 annual fee, right?
Correct. And I think maybe we should give them a little perk for being here.
Yeah, Michael.
We like perks, right?
Let's put Michael on the hot seat.
Come on,
this is my P&L. This is my P&L. This is hard.
But...
All right.
Come on, Michael. It's CABO.
All right, fine. We'll take $500 off. Here's your QR code, and we will honor that discount up until the 15th of the month. So just use this code the next 10 days for you guys to join eXp Luxury.
And if they have a guest with them that wants to ultimately join eXp and then join the luxury division, we'll honor that too.
Yeah, that's great. So, round of applause. Who is here as a guest? All right.
Got to be something.
Okay, good. Awesome. So, we'll extend this offer to any guests that are ready to join eXp or will be in the next 10 days. If you want to join luxury as well, we will extend this for the guests as well.
And also, as an added bonus, which Michael didn't mention, if you're trying to get your certification, if you walk outside and sign up with Charlie out there right now at the booth, he'll waive the certification. So it's a savings of around $1,100.
I didn't know about that one.
Michael, okay. It's okay. I'm going to buy you a margarita. It's all good.
And
fine.
We have some fun things for you guys later. So if you want to stick around.
Hold on. So we have a luxury breakout session that's happening with these two wonderful people, and they're going to be leading that session in this room.
Yes.
Right at 12:30 after this is all done, and they will be the leaders there. And
we'll be going through the slide deck as well for the entire luxury division, but we'll also be giving some pointers on how to list and sell luxury homes.
And then you have a meet and greet this evening?
Yes, this evening we have a meet and greet with the beautiful Jana Caudell and myself up at El Mirador, which is right across from the hibachi restaurant, is it? Or the
sushi.
One of the restaurants, sushi restaurant.
And then, Pete, you're hosting something on luxury as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm hosting a huge event. I'm trying to get up to Brent's level. I called him the other day and I said, I have a new admiration for you. Because it's difficult, you guys, putting these events together, but this was the time that luxury needed it. So we're doing a huge luxury event in San Diego, May 29th to May 31st. We have an unbelievable lineup of speakers. Josh Altman from $1 Million Listing, he's going to be speaking. Brian Moses is going to be speaking. He was the #2 Caldwell Banker agent in the world. Gary De Rodriguez, Tim Smith will be there. Let's see who else. Jade Mills, Don McKenna, Ivan Scher. There's people there, you guys, in that room doing $700, $800, $900 million a year in sales.
So speaking of Don McKenna, she actually has the highest listing in the United States right now for $295 million in my town, Naples, Florida. So I would love nothing more than for all of us to maybe group together, buy that listing, and then we have an eXp sale on the books for the highest in all of the United States.
I love it. Guys, thank you so, so much. This is eXp Luxury. We hope to join you as part of the program. All right. Great job.